So here's the thing. I didn't expect anything to happen when I decided to visit my parents' old house. I'm 28, live alone, and work as a freelance graphic designer. My days are routine. Wake up, coffee, work, maybe a walk, nothing crazy. My life is simple, predictable, and I liked it that way. But that all changed a month ago when I decided to go back to the house where I grew up. It wasn't planned, just a random decision one afternoon. My parents had moved away years ago, and the house had been empty for a while. I wasn't feeling nostalgic or anything, just thought maybe I needed a change of scenery, a distraction from the grind. So I ended up standing in front of the old house, the one that used to feel like home. When I pushed open the door, it creaked, just like it always did. The smell of old wood and dust hit me, familiar but somehow eerie. Everything was exactly as I remembered. The same creaky floorboards, the same old wallpaper peeling in places. I didn't expect it to feel so wrong. Something in the air was off. It was like stepping into a memory, but one that didn't belong to me. A mix of nostalgia and an undercurrent of dread. I tried brushing it off. I told myself it was just the past creeping in. But the longer I stayed, the more I felt like something was watching me. I walked through the empty rooms, trying to shake the feeling. That's when I found them, the old photo albums on the kitchen counter. Now, I knew for sure I'd packed those away when my parents moved out. I hadn't seen them in years, but there they were, as if someone had placed them there recently. I should have known right then. I should have trusted my instincts. Looking back, that was the moment I should have turned around and walked out. But no, I opened the album. At first, it was just old family photos, vacations, birthday parties, stuff that made me smile. But then I saw it, a photo of me, but not just any photo. It was taken in this very house. The strange part, I was wearing the same clothes I had on that day. I could feel my heart drop into my stomach. I'd never been in that exact spot in the photo. My mind couldn't process it. How was that possible? I stared at the picture, trying to make sense of it, but the more I looked, the more I felt like I was being watched. I set the album down, trying to shake the chill that had crept up my spine. I mean, maybe it was just a coincidence, right? But still, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. About an hour later, the unease grew stronger. I needed to get out of my head, so I went down to the basement to see if there was anything left down there. The air was colder than usual, and I could feel it, a subtle pressure like the room was closing in. I don't know if it was my mind playing tricks, but it felt different. The basement was always cold, but this time it was different. I walked down the steps slowly, and that's when I heard it. A whisper. Soft at first, like a breeze, but it was there, clear as day.
You cannot escape
Come
it.
here. I froze. I know what you're thinking. Maybe it was my mind playing tricks, but I swear I heard it. And it wasn't just in my head, it felt real. My heart started pounding in my chest, my breath catching in my throat. I looked around, but there was nothing but darkness and old covered furniture. I didn't want to seem crazy, but I was scared, really scared. But I didn't leave. I couldn't leave. It was like I needed to know what was happening. So I kept walking deeper into the basement. The darkness seemed to stretch out in front of me, and every step echoed in the empty space. My chest felt tight. And then I saw it. A door I had never seen before. It was slightly open, just enough to make my heart race. Why did I go toward it? I don't know. Maybe I thought I could prove to myself that I was just imagining things. But as soon as I touched the door, I felt it. Cold. Ice cold. My hand was shaking as I pushed it open. What I saw inside, I'll never forget it. There was a room, a hidden room. It was filled with old furniture, dusty mirrors, and pictures. Pictures of me. But here's the thing. Some of them were recent. They were taken just days ago. My blood ran cold. I couldn't breathe. My mind was racing, trying to make sense of what was happening. And then it happened. The whispers started. They weren't in my head anymore. They surrounded me, coming from every direction. You're not supposed to be here.
You can't
I couldn't
escape
move.
us.
I couldn't speak.
The shadows are closing
I wanted
in.
to scream, but nothing
Give
came
in to
out.
the darkness.
My heart
You
was
are
pounding in
ours
my
now.
ears, and I could
It's
feel
too
the
late.
walls closing in. I snapped out of it. I turned and ran, stumbling over my own feet, pushing my way back up the stairs and out the door. I didn't stop to lock it. I didn't even care. I just ran. I ran to my car, got in, and sped away, my hands shaking on the wheel. But even now, I can still hear the whispers. At night, when I'm alone in my apartment, they come, faint, like a memory I can't escape. And the worst part, I can still feel it. The feeling of something watching me, waiting. Maybe I was just paranoid. Maybe it was all in my head. But I'll never be able to shake the feeling that whatever it was in that house, it's still out there, waiting for me to come back. To this day, I still don't know what happened that day. Was it a ghost? A trick of my mind? Either way, I'll never forget it. I should have trusted my instincts.